Hello again, everybody. It's Plowboy's Ghost Channel. I'd like to welcome you back to the back of the pickup truck on the same windy day as my last video. And I'm going to make good on a sort of a promise or word that I gave y'all back around in January about Ruger. Is January month. I never did show you what the second Ruger was. The first Ruger, everybody knows now, was the 4.2 inch Red Hawk 44 Magnum that I'd wanted for a while. This is what I did, just a quick overview, not gonna shoot it, not gonna really, you know, the mag's got something in it, but the chamber don't, but I'm not gonna break it down, show you a whole lot about the gun. But this is, and it was green, a Ruger American Predator in 308 Winchester. And as you can tell, I hit it with some paint, as I'm likely to do, and I took this out hunting. I went deer hunting with it right after I got it. It was in green, and I was sitting out in this field, way on out here in this field. It's very green now. Of course, it was a different color then. And in green and black, you know, scope and everything, this sucker was standing out like a sore thumb. So before I went back out there with it again, you see what I did to it. Of course, he's got a threaded muzzle. For those who are interested in that kind of thing, I really don't care too much about it. I've never owned a suppressor, even shot one. I may have one on something one day. But, you know, you're not going to see me suppressing a bunch of stuff or tacticaling a bunch of stuff too much. You know, this was a polymer or whatever stocked gun from the factory. I don't think too much on this being like traditional. So I don't mind going ahead and painting it. This is a Vortex, shoot, I can't remember which scope it is now, but I know it's a 50 millimeter lens on the end of it. This is one with the illuminated reticle back here. Vortex, is it a Diamondback? Y'all, I can't even remember what damn scope I put on it. Ain't that bad? It was a 3-9. Of course, now I've painted over stuff, but I don't really care. You know, I can figure it out. I don't change the power a whole lot on one anyway. I get it about zero it about where I want it and leave it. Zero it on 9, test it out on 6, and then I just operate between 6 and 9. So that's just half of a dial up to a full dial, and it's easy to figure it out. I don't need to see the numbers. I've got this gun, I sighted it in for my maximum point blank range of, if I'm not mistaken, with this 150 grain load. This is going back into memory now because I haven't shot it since January. I think my maximum point blank range was going to be like 280 something yards, because I sighted this in about 3/4 of an inch high, 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch high at 50 yards. And buddy, let me tell you what, that gun right there is accurate as it can be. I don't have anything that I can hit as well. Of course, I got a scope on it. I don't own a scope. I have optics on my ARs, and I don't shoot them much. Matter of fact, I ain't shot them in a long time. But this right here is one accurate rifle. Now, this is just a Caldwell's bipod on the front of it. You know, the one that kicks out a little bit here. Of course, now I can't put it back up in there without really goofing up y'all's view. Sorry about that. Amateurish, even after all this time. But this was you know, a pointless little exercise in, hey, I got a rifle. I meant to show y'all this a long time ago. Apologize for not doing it sooner. Not telling you a whole lot about it, except that I freaking love it. All the reviews that I read on this before I decided on the Ruger American Predator, comparing it to other rifles in its price range, I think this was the better one of all of them. And it's just my opinion, and mine is just one opinion amongst many, and limited experience with any of the other rifles that were in this price range, but you know, the Savages and the Mossbergs and whatever else. But I really do like this one a whole lot. And I had deer, you know, after I talked to y'all about this one, I had deer that I have never done that in my life. Just sat and watched deer and passed them up and passed them up and passed them up, waiting on something bigger, waiting on, I don't know about y'all, but my processing house that I carry deer to don't charge me by the pound of the deer meat that I get. They charge me by the deer. So I was trying to maximize my pound per dollar. my value that way, and you see I come out with no deer because I ended up not being able to hunt anymore after I'd passed up some at the end of the season. So there's a quick, pointless, boring, probably overview of a rifle that I meant to show y'all in January. Ruger American Predator in 308 with a Vortex something or another scope on it. Talk to y'all later. Thanks for watching.